Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Last night, Monday, November 7th, 2016, another scripted storyline in the NBA. Steph Curry sets a new NBA record with 13 three-pointers made in a single game. The game prior, his record streak of three-pointers made ended at 157. In case you missed my video on that, I'll link that video in the description. What you need to know very quickly is that streak ended against the Lakers at the Staples Center, the Lakers home court. Staples Center in Gematria sums to 157, just like United States. A special number in this study of Gematria, matching the streak ending at 157. In numerology, 157 is 1 plus 5 plus 7 equals 13. The game following, Curry hits 13 three-pointers. And just as a reminder, Golden State in Gematria sums to 41. 41's the 13th prime number. Curry, the star player of Golden State, 13 three-pointers, symbolic. Last year they fell to the Cavs in LeBron's 13th season. The final game of the NBA Finals, Game 7, on a date with 41 numerology. Golden State, 41 the 13th prime. LeBron wins in his 13th season. Also, it was the real King James's birthday, the day the Cavs defeated Golden State. If you didn't know that, June 19th, the real King James, who the King James Bible is named after. So here's what else. This is a typo right here, True Seeker. The date of the game yesterday was November 7th, 2016. That's a date numerology 54. 11 plus 7 plus 20 plus 16 equals 54. Recall last year, the Warriors' home winning streak was snapped at 54 wins, a record. Oracle in Gematria sums to 54. Yesterday had a 54 numerology. It was also November 7th, the day that leaves 54 days left in the year. So a double 54 on the date. Special date for Oracle Arena, the Warriors. And what do they get? They get a record performance, 13 threes made in a game. When I was younger, I was at a Portland Trail Blazers game. That's where I'm from. It was against the Milwaukee Bucks. Tim Thomas was on that Bucks team, and he made 8 three-pointers and a half, which was a record that day. 13 three-pointers in a game is an awful lot of three-pointers. I still remember those 8 threes and a half. That seemed amazing. I think he was 8 for 8, too, if I remember right. Anyhow, with regards to 54, here's another connection. I wanted to know right away how many days away LeBron's birthday was. Last night, Steph Curry made 13 three-pointers. That's 39 points from behind the arc, 13 times 3. Steph Curry and LeBron James are born 39 months apart in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. See my work last year on the NBA Finals and why that's significant. LeBron's birthday is December 30th. Steph Curry's is March 14th. From last night's game to LeBron James's birthday, a span of 54 days. With these 54s on it. Last year when the Warriors' home winning streak was snapped at 54 wins, that same night ESPN had on a doubleheader. The first game was Cavs-Hawks. The Cavs got their 54th win of the season. Then the Warriors lost to the Celtics at home, ending the streak at 54. Those games were on ESPN back-to-back. ESPN equals 54 the same way Oracle does. Fitting doubleheader for that night. Scripted basketball by the numbers. So Steph Curry, here's what's interesting about his birthday to the game. March 14th, his 28th birthday, to the game last night, was 239 days. 239 days, and if you followed my past work on the Warriors, we've talked about this number many times with the team. Golden Gate in Jewish Gematria equals 239. Think about the Warriors not too far from the Golden Gate Bridge, Golden State, Golden Gate. Torah in Jewish Gematria also sums to 239. In the Torah, their prophecy is that the Messiah will arrive through the Golden Gate. Important numbers in this study of Gematria. In the history of this nation, there were 239 biological weapons tests performed on the American people in low doses over 3 decades' time. Story that came out last year in 2015. The first of those 239 tests performed, the first was done in San Francisco. The story is that a Navy vessel sprayed a mist into the fog, low contamination as a test, first of 239 done from under the Golden Gate Bridge from a Navy vessel. Also, Philadelphia Warriors, the original Warriors basketball team that are now the Golden State Warriors, first team to ever win the NBA championship. They won it in the year 47, the year the Zionist state of Israel, Jewish Zionist state of Israel was created. With regards to them being from Philadelphia, the flag, the U.S. flag, was shown at the address 239 Arch Street. The flag turned 239 years old this year. June 14th is its birthday. On June 14th, 2016, it turned 239. The flag was established June 14th, 1777. Also happens to be Donald Trump's birthday this year. In the NBA Finals, I showed how historically, when a team from the East wins in an election year, a Democrat's elected. Think about how the GOP convention this year was in Cleveland. The Cavs won, but the East is tied to the Democratic Party. The Democratic convention was in Philadelphia this year. Philadelphia, where the Warriors are originally from. Cleveland, Philadelphia connections, a Warriors-Cavs championship. Hopefully you're following me. Steph Curry's birthday, March 14th. It's the 73rd day of the year. His name, Stephen Curry, has Gematria of 64 and 73, born on the 73rd day of the year. Hillary Clinton, this game coming the night before the election. You know, sports being synced up with what's going on in current events. The sports are scripted as tributes to the mainstream narratives. Fans will never catch this, though, unless they know the language of Gematria, which is a Jewish Kabbalah practice, and it's Jewish Zionist Kabbalists that control your NBA, your media, David Stern, Adam Silver, hello. Those men know about this knowledge. That's why they are running the league. It's a very Jewish league. Gematria, a very Jewish practice. Notice the Pelicans lost last night with 106 points. Oracle Arena is 106 feet tall. The Warriors lost Game 7 of the finals last year in their 106th game of the season. The playoffs began last year on the 106th day of the year. Akron, Ohio equals 106, where Steph Curry and LeBron were born. 106, the number of prophecy. Revelation, named from the final book of the Bible, the book of prophecy. None of this is coincidence. Star player for the Pelicans had 33 points last night. Pelican, the singular, equals 33, just like the word bird. Larry Bird wore 33. Massachusetts equals 33. Steph Curry had 46 points tonight. The Cavs are in their 47th season. They're 46 years old. King James Bible has that special Psalm 46 tribute. Last year, the Cavs were in their 46th season. They were 45 years old. Significant number there, 46. So that's why we got the 13 three-pointers following Steph Curry's, breaking the streak. The entire NBA scripted by the numbers. The mystery still to solve is how they make sure these shots go in or don't go in. Are the players that good, or is technology being used? Hollywood, which is run by this same gang for decades, has made movies about how magnets are influencing sports, from basketball to golf and more. Some people say there's no way it could be magnets. There's a lot of advanced magnetic technology, We live in a world of complicated technology. The television, our smartphones, It's mind-blowing stuff we take for granted. Is there something being used somehow that impacts a basketball shot? For those of you who think that's impossible, think again. Go watch how that ball rattled in the college basketball championship, bringing the score 74-74 with 4.7 left. And go watch my preview video before that game talking about how 47 and 74 were numbers on the game. That shot was the biggest prayer I have ever seen in all my basketball history. That final three-pointer, well, not the final one by Villanova that won the game, but the one that tied it 74-74, 4.7. I've never seen a basketball shot like that. Steph Curry throws up prayers, too. He threw up a lot of them last night, and they went right in. With regards to 41-13, I want to remind you that Steph Curry, it was announced he was going to sit out the Olympics that won the gold medal, the Golden State gold medal. Kevin Durant got traded to the team in the offseason, became the star of the men's basketball team. The USA men's basketball team got the gold medal 41 days before Kevin Durant's birthday. And what you should know is USA equals 41. 41's the 13th prime. 13 stripes on the flag, 13 colonies, 13 years of public school programming, 41 days before Durant's birthday, who's now on Golden State 41, they got the gold. All of these riddles are connected. Your Olympic Games are scripted. Sports worldwide are scripted. What I'm showing you here about the NBA, it's true because it's a Freemasonic thing, and the Freemasons have been running things a lot longer than the U.S. by the numbers. Pro sports worldwide are run by the same gang. Just some other notes in case you haven't seen my videos that I've made this season. I talked about how this is the 71st season of the NBA. It began October 25th, 2016. A date was 71 numerology, 10 plus 25, 35, plus 20, 55, plus 16, 71. Same day the World Series began in Cleveland, hosting the Cubs, who hadn't been in a World Series for 71 years. The Indians came into that game 7-1. I showed how there's a lot of foreshadowing for Valentine's Day this year. If you missed my videos, the Valentine's games are going to tell us a lot. Be paying attention on Valentine's. Go back and watch the videos I put out. I noticed the NBA season this year ends on April 12th, 4 plus 12, 16, plus 17, 33. Last year it ended April 13th, 2016, a date with 33 numerology. 33, always the big number in the NBA. Celtics have 17 NBA championships. Lakers 16. They lead the league. A combined 33 NBA Finals 33. Playoffs start this year on the 105th day of the year. Zionism Masonry. See what else I got up here. Oh yeah, this is LeBron's birthday, and this is Steph Curry's birthday. March 14th, 1988. LeBron, December 30th, 1984. 1,170 days. What stands out to me is that 117 sequence. Curry just did this on 11/7. 39 months here. 167 weeks. 167, the 39th prime. Last year, Golden State and Steph Curry got so many 39 tributes. One of the last ones of the season that I documented was Curry's 39th 30-point game against the Spurs. Spurs in Gematria equals 39. Tim Duncan, 39 years old. Spurs, with no exception, sums to 21. Duncan wore 21. Duncan equals 21. U, the big U on their uniform for the horseshoe. U, the 21st letter. 21, 39, numbers of Saturn. Anyway, Truth Seeker, I really do think that there's technology at play. You know, I think these guys, they're good enough to mostly make and miss shots on command. Pros, this is what they do for a living. But I do think there is technology impacting these games. People have sent me videos of balls where seemingly the ball spin changes in air. Direction of the ball seems off. There's videos being uploaded on YouTube each day with more and more evidence like this. Watch these videos. You know, honestly, as I watched Curry's shots last night, I didn't see anything too crazy with the ball. I mean, he took some off-balance shots, some awkward shots. They went in. We got to figure this out all the way. We know it's scripted. How are they pulling it off? You know, Curry last night from three-point land, look at this. He was 13 of 17. The NBA Finals this year are going to end in 2017. NBA equals 17. Ohio's the 17th state, 17, the reflection of 71. Curry and LeBron both born in Ohio. What did I say after opening night of the NBA season? I said we're going to see Warriors and Cavs. The signs are already here. Opening night of the 71st season of the NBA, the top three scorers for the Cavs scored 71. The top three scorers for the Warriors scored 71. So anyway, that's the extent of the message, Truth Seeker. Your sports are scripted, by the numbers, learn numerology, learn Gematria, watch my how-to Gematria video in the description, learn this knowledge, apply it yourself. You can make all the same finds. Till next time, Truth Seeker. Encore nearly overlooked something very important as well. We were talking about how last night was November 7th, LeBron James to Steph Curry's birthday, 1170 days. I want to remind you that they're both born in Ohio, and Ohio in Jewish Gematria sums to 117. Again, the 17th state. And here's what else you need to know. Opening night, the first game of the Cavs, where their top three scorers scored 71 points on the date with 71 numerology to open up the 71st season. The Cavs finished with 117 points. The story was The Undertaker from the WWE was there. Last year in the NBA Finals, LeBron got negative press for wearing an Undertaker t-shirt the day of the Orlando shooting. Notice that Undertaker equals 117. Like Ohio, I have a longer video on this. I'll link in the description. I'll make a playlist in the description with all of my NBA videos so far this year, and I'll just add to that playlist as the year goes on. So all the 2016-17 NBA rigging videos that I make can be in one place. Notice how even last year during the time of the NBA Finals, this mainstream article, they put out this tweet showing LeBron in the Undertaker shirt at 117. The media loves to do this. One of my fellow subscribers catching on too. Thank you, Michael. Also, remind you of this. Opening night. The Cavs won by 29 and the Warriors lost by 29. Ohio in Pythagorean Gematria sums to 29 as well. Ohio in simple English Gematria sums to 47. It's the Cavs' 47th season. So there it all is. So much coding. This is why November 7th this year. It's all part of the script. I fully expect a Warriors and Cavs NBA final for the third year in a row. We've seen NBA history of the past like this, where a couple teams, handful of teams, they keep playing each other over and over again in the championships. Go back to that decade where the Celtics went to every championship. They only lost one time to the Hawks. Like how last year, the Cavs beat the Hawks for their 54th win of the season, the same night the Celtics defeated the Warriors, ending their streak at 54. Made a video on that last year. I said, there's your proof. The Cavs are going to beat the Warriors this year in the finals, as I've been saying all year. And sure enough, it came true on the real King James's birthday. Till next time.